Alright, so this is going to be a tutorial on how to do all of the skips in the suffering. So here we go, starting out on easy. First thing you want to do is go in first person mode. First person mode allows you to skip door animations and other animations. It also allows you to move more freely. And if you jump, you also go slightly faster. So keep that in mind. Now we're gonna head over to the first skip in the game. All we have to do is just take a left, and you'll see this guy getting dragged through that vent in the wall. You're gonna want to close the door and jump, which will give you this illusion that you are clipping through the wall. So you do that, and then jump on top of this pipe right here. And then here is an invisible wall, or a wall that you just can't get past. All you want to do is just jump around it. Jump over this, go right here, drop down right here. That's all you really have to do. Find this checkered floor, drop down here. You'll hear this dialogue. I'm going to save just in case that I fail this. So you can be around this area. All you want to do is drop down and move your mouse over here. So it's like this and then like that. So you just jump around this, and then there's the door, and you skip through it. You can do that one more time. Here we go. So just move forward, jump off to the right, and then look down to the left, and then try to catch the door. And all you have to do is just spam the button to open it, and then you will skip to the next level. That's what happens if you miss it. And that's what happens when you get it. So now we're in the second level.
You can't put it off forever. This place is stronger than you.
Show me why you're in here. I want to know all about you.
What you want to do here is, as soon as the dialogue starts, you save the game and then load it to skip the dialogue. I like to grab these pill bottles before they start talking again. So he started talking. Load it to skip that dialogue. He started talking right now. Load it to skip that dialogue. And now we can get straight to the fight.
You can't put it off forever. This place is stronger than you.
I suggest using third person. You can use first person, but I suggest using third person for that. Because you just want to hit them twice with the shiv, and it's really easy to do. Kill 4 enemies here, usually. And then once you kill the 4th enemy, enter your transformation, and then head towards this door, so that you're as close to the door as possible before that cutscene starts, so that you can move as quickly as possible. This guy, sometimes you can jump past him, other times you can't. So you just gotta get him out of your way, and then continue moving forward.
You fucking monstrosity!
So for this level, you want to start with your shiv straight away. Move around here. You can actually jump around this guy, and then you can bash this door open sometimes. Sometimes if you're too quickly, or you get there too quick, you can't actually bash the door open. I like to grab this flashlight. Just move slightly over to the left to grab the flashlight, because then I can actually see. So now you want to be in third person, reload, jump over this way so you can get the Tommy gun through the hallway, and that'll prevent you from getting the Tommy gun, like having the animation to pick it up, which will speed you up. And then you just go through the door right there and head over to here. So what you want to do here, you stand in this doorway so that this door can't close behind you, and then you shoot this to activate the trigger so that this whole conversation starts. So you shoot that, this trigger starts, and then you just go in third person, move closer to the door, close the door, and then open it, so that you can now freely move through this area. get this revolver so that you don't end up doing this animation later and slowing yourself down. That is pretty important. Now we can just pretty much just move wherever we want.
Lacerations to the body at strategic locations may put the patient into a state of shock, making him far more pliable, or at the very least, causing him to bleed to death, thus achieving the desired end. And who are we kidding? We're not really trying to be humane anyway. Class dismissed.
And all we can really do here is listen to this guy. So you want to be here so that this guy triggers as quickly as possible. Then you can go in third person, move towards the guy as he comes out. He'll move out of the way. You want to do that a little quicker. You want to hit that guy as he's stopping. That was actually kind of slow because I waited a little bit. So now you just go over here, jump on top of this barrel, jump on top of this, and then jump over the gate so you don't have to use the ladder to the left. That is a lot more difficult than it looks, so that'll definitely take some practice to be able to do that consistently. So now you pull out your Tommy gun and shoot these out so that you don't have to manually break them with the shiv or shoot them really slowly with the revolvers. You just pull out the Tommy gun really quickly, destroy those boxes so that you can move that box out of the way as quickly as possible. And now we just move over into the next area. Not really much I can explain about this. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just move from one area to another. There's nothing too interesting going on at this point.
We have the situation under control in B block.
Just make sure you're jumping and moving slightly faster as often as you can. Run through this fire, something that you can't actually do on Impossible. You will die pretty much instantly if you try that on Impossible. You can pull out your Tommy gun or revolvers or whatever, shoot that box out of the way so that you can move this box over here and jump on top of this. You don't have to move it all the way against the wall.
To survive this place, you gotta become it.
You just have to move it close enough. And now here comes another skip. So you basically do the same thing as the first level. You move this, jump up here, clip through the wall, jump up here. And then this is really, really easy. You just follow this path, which is very, very easy to follow. And then you jump down here, and you want to jump down on one of those floor tile things. Otherwise, you will die. So just jump on top of that, and you won't die. And then just keep moving forward, and then keep jumping until you get to the wall. I guess if you don't jump at the very last part, then this won't trigger, so just keep making sure that you jump there. Jumping there is a lot more important than just jumping around to get a little bit of speed. You can sometimes jump on top of this box like that. It's pretty hard if you don't get that, like if you don't get straight up here. Well, this guy, usually you don't have to deal with that guy. But if you don't end up getting up here like this and then being able to do that, you can also go this way if you fail it the first time and then just jump up this box and jump up here.
You can't catch me. You can never catch me.
So now we just continue to the next level. And this is the level where we do the major skip, which skips from level 5 to 16. And now there is an easier method of doing this, which makes it a lot more consistent. So all you want to do is move to where this gate will blow open. Save the game, make sure you do that, otherwise it's rip. Move to where this will explode the gate open, blow that up, spam your pill bottles. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you. That can happen there. Now we're on top. Unfortunately, we got knocked off from the very last explosion. So if you glitch into the cage like that, all you have to do is jump, and then you'll end up back on it. So that's actually the best thing that can happen, is that you get glitched like that into the fence, because then you don't have to worry about not being able to get up there. And you just jump from that to that. And then what you want to do here is jump instead of fall, and then move as close to the wall as possible and just spam the door button so that you can get to the next level. Like that. That is how that skip works. I haven't been able to get it very fast, unfortunately, yet, so hopefully I find a more consistent way to not mess that up. So for here, you can use your Tommy gun, shoot the tire of this bus, and you have to wait for this bus to crash, and then jump up this bus right here. And at this point, you take a left right here. So that's where, if you keep going that way, the cutscene will play. But if you go from here to here, and then you can see there's an opening on the right, just go around here where the trees are. And you follow this over here, and then there's this tree right here, right before where the cutscene triggers. You just jump around the... Try that again. Alright. So... Oh, here's where the stash is. I was wondering where that was. So let's try that again. This is where the tree is, so you just jump around the tree to skip the cutscene. If you don't end up skipping the cutscene and you get it anyway, reverting is actually a waste of time. So all you do here is you go into your transformation once you get near this cliff. For safety, you can save, just in case you don't make it. Jump over here, exit your transformation as soon as you land on here, and you won't take any damage. And you actually want to stay in your first person when you do that, so that you can just jump up here once you're done. For here, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Yeah, I kind of messed up there. I like killing one of these guys myself, though. And then transforming so I can do that. And then continuing to the end of the level. It's probably not any faster than just going there normally, but that's just what I do. And then you can go over here if you need grenades. Pick up grenades. You actually want to switch to your grenades here even. Switch to your shrapnel grenade. And move over here. Also, being in first person allows you to be able to move at full speed. So that's another good thing about being in first person. Kind of have to avoid those noosemen. So staying close to the wall will avoid them from actually grabbing you like that. I was in the middle of the hallway, so that didn't really work out for me. You can throw a grenade at that guy, or you can jump past him. It might be easier to throw a grenade at the guy, honestly. So for here, There's another skip you can do here. You open this door. You can stand kind of like in the doorway. And then close the door. And then you can clip out of here. And then you end up on top of here when you do it correctly. And then you just move over here. I'm gonna save just in case because I have failed this a few times. And then you just come over here where all this is. So you start from there, like this, and then you end up going this way. And then all you do is just drop down right here, and then you just turn all the way to the right, and then you just move forward. And then the game should just throw you in here like that. So how this will look is like this. And then bam, you're in here, and then you can just jump past these guys. No big deal there.
You gotta get me out of here.
Fucker tried to kill you.
He was confused.
Leave him to rot.
Gotta help him.
Oh, didn't even know there was a noose man there. Never got grabbed by that one before. I think, yeah, I got turned around because of that. Alright, let's try to avoid him this time. Alright, so once you get out into this forest area, then you just jump up here, it's very easy, and then get on this platform and just keep moving this way. And then you still have your shrapnel grenades, which you can use, you can choose to use it or not. It might be safer to use it. There's an invisible wall here, so it's better to use this once you jump past that little section.
How much longer do we have
These marksmen can actually follow you over here and kill you when you're climbing the ladder. So it's kind of a risk if you don't kill them, but it's really up to you whether or not you want to go out of your way to kill them or not.
You're gonna be the first one we eat.
I don't think it's very common that they follow you and then kill you up the ladder, but it is a thing that can happen. So once you start this Hermes fight, you just take a left, I think? Or wait. Yeah, you take a left.
There's a difference between
Turn
those
this
that
off.
feel safest in their
Turn this
lives
off. Throw a grenade at that.
and those
That
feel
blows up.
safest in the
Throw a
dark.
grenade at that. That blows up. Turn this off.
You, Torque.
Turn that off. You can decide when you want to do that, but you gotta do that too.
Light. Everything visible. In the control room, the lights are off. You can't see anyone. No one knows you.
Then you push that box. Push him in there. Close the door. That is the end of that fight. I've been trying to do a method where you don't push that box. I think if I did it faster, I probably wouldn't have had to push the box, but I was trying to demonstrate. But normally you would want to push that box, and then he will go straight there, and then you just turn the valve and close the door on him. Very, very simple fight. So now we just go over here and do another door skip. Not very hard to do. You guys should know how to do it by now. Let's go inside a little bit. And then clip through the ceiling. Might want to get closer to the door, I'm not sure. This is the most I've struggled with this. Usually I get this pretty much like first try. Alright, I think you might want to move a little bit to the right because, yeah, you want to be as close to the right as possible, I think. So that you're at the very, very top of the roof. Something like that.
Repeat, beacon must be restarted. Anyone read?
Or maybe face a little bit that way. I'm not really sure. I think actually looking up might help a little bit. I don't know why. I think looking up might help a little bit. Maybe just depending on where you're facing. You guys can practice this though. Get your own little method going.
Anyone read? Understand, something wrong on Carnate. We need lighthouse functional to send help. Over.
Alright, so I'm gonna move towards the door. Alright, now we're back up here. So we'll just pretend like that wasn't actually hard. You just jump right there and then get through here to skip that level. That is actually the most I've struggled with that skip before, but it might be easier for you. Could be easier, could be harder. You want to kill those guys, definitely a lot better than how I killed them, and then you want to destroy that before you start pushing this, so that the water can start draining before you get the box here, so that it's just a real smooth transition from the water going here to here. You got the box over it, drains the fire over there. You want to kill those guys though, because for one, you might need your insanity meter to fill by killing them, and for two, they could actually destroy your health. Once that fire is put out, you can move the box over there, and then you can jump over the fence, transform, make sure the fire is out and the smoke is gone, otherwise you will die instantly. And then climb up here. You can do one of two methods here. You can go across like this and try to make it. This is the risky method, but the quicker method. As long as you get it at least second try, maybe second, third try, before it's not as useful. This would be slow at this point. But I'm pretty sure there is like no consistent setup for this, which is why it's the risky strat. But pretty much, you just need to land on here, and that is how it goes. So this is gonna be the non-risky strat. You go over here, and then you transform instantly, so that your hitbox shrinks, and you can just move over here really easily. You can get that every time if you do this strat. Just as long as you're close enough to the edge and that you actually land right there. So you can see you can do it every single time if you exit your transformation. Not a problem at all. But that means you have to run all the way to the end of the game, or the final boss fight, which is a lot slower if you don't get this. If you do end up getting this like second try, then it makes that safer method a lot slower. But as you can see, I still haven't got this yet, so this could actually kill a run if you really struggle to get this. So there we go. So this is what you can do if you stay in your transformation. You can run a lot faster so that you can get to the end very fast, as opposed to jumping around all the way over here. Because this is pretty far, pretty long distance. And then once you get to this cutscene, your transformation exits automatically. So you can actually go over here and grab these bottles of pills through the wall. Which if you're really low on health and you need it, is a good thing to do because it doesn't waste that much time.
I heard Mommy scream.
Then for this fight, just go over here and try to kill him as quickly as possible. Ideally, you would, ideally you would blow the creature up. Then you look at this crane so that this cutscene plays. Instantly go into transformation. Can one-shot Torque by doing that, and then you can kill that guy. If you're too slow, another enemy will appear. Because they can rebirth, you need to shoot their head off to kill them. Otherwise, they'll come back to life and make everything a whole lot slower.
You never knew your
You can jump around this trigger and then face that way where his wife is. And I feel like if you reload, it makes that cutscene a little bit faster. Like it happens a little bit quicker. If your gun's already reloaded though, you can just jump around the trigger and then look that way. That's what I tend to do. For this, you pretty much just have to wait for him to jump down before you can do anything. And then go over here, lower this, and then you can start the final boss fight. Pretty much all you have to do for this fight is just be very accurate. If you're very accurate, then that'll be the quickest way to win this fight. That attack right there is a very devastating one that is hard to avoid. So make sure you avoid it. This fight's actually going very well, and that is the end of the fight.
Listen, we need to talk. The boys need to be with their mother. Don't be that way. You weren't a good father, not in jail. I won't let them grow up violent. They will not be like you.
So that was all of the skips that are currently known in the Suffering.
You monster! I'll show you.
Hopefully this video helped. Thanks for watching.
You took her away. I'm taking us away.
One final note. If you are speedrunning this game, make sure that you quit out of the game on this cutscene so that you don't have to reset your settings, which is pretty annoying. Because you'll have to reset your keybinds, all your saves will be gone, all of that. So to avoid that, you just quit out of the game on this cutscene. Fortunately, it doesn't skip the cutscene and save the game. So then you can start the game on the very first level instead of the prologue level. So just a quick tip. Thanks again for watching. See you later.